First, the headlines. Red Cross distributes relief material to Anambra flood victims. Panic has beheaded body found in Lagos. Tinubu to meet service chiefs over rising killings. Minister refutes Enugu Airport concession claims. Macron to attend Pope's funeral. And now, the news in details. Starting from our local news this morning, Red Cross distributes relief materials to Anambra flood victims. The Nigerian Red Cross Society, Anambra State Branch, in partnership with the European Union, has distributed some relief material to residents of communities ravaged by 2024 flood disaster in the state. The society said the intervention, which focused on the distribution of dignity kits and essential hygiene items, was conducted in Ogbaru, Anambra West, and Ayamelum local government areas and was generously sponsored by the European Union. In a statement released on Tuesday, the branch secretary of Red Cross, Kingsley Okoye, who led the exercise carried out on April 17th to 19th, said the primary goal of the intervention was to restore a sense of dignity, hygiene, and comfort to the affected individuals and communities in the aftermath of the flood disaster. Okoye said the intervention focused on the distribution of dignity kits was conducted in Ogbaru, Anambra West, and Ayamelum local government areas. These initiatives was generously sponsored by the European Union. And still on our local news for this morning, panic as beheaded head found in Lagos. Beheaded body, rather. Tension gripped the Dimu area of Lagos State on Sunday after residents discovered the bodies of two men, one which was beheaded. The Punch learned that the killing occurred late Saturday night, but the corpses were only discovered on Sunday morning along Oladun Road. When the correspondent of the press visited the scene, the lifeless bodies were still lying several meters apart. These also drew attention of stunned residents and passersby who gathered around the bodies. A resident, Lanre Ajao, who spoke with the Punch, identified one of the deceased as Baba Oja. He said, "We woke up to see their lifeless bodies on the road this morning. We cannot immediately identify the one with a severed head, but the other person is Baba Oja. He is very popular in this area. He was known to always mingle with some boys who ran after flashy cars to collect money from the drivers around the council bus stop. We still saw him yesterday controlling the traffic for some of the flashy cars." Another resident, Jamiu Raji, told Punch that the nature of the killing indicates court violence. Another resident, who did not want his name on the print for security reasons, said the family of the deceased victims were made to part away with money before they could allow them take away the corpses. The state police relation officer, CSP Benjamin Hudeyi, could not be reached as calls made to his phone were not responded to. A text message sent to him had yet to be responded to at the time the report was filed. The Punch gathered that there are no fewer than 3 persons killed in separate court clashes in the Mushin area of Lagos State and the Lantoro area of Abeokuta, Ogun State capital in February. And still on local news this morning, Tinubu to meet service chiefs over rising killings. President Bola Tinubu is planning to meet with the service chiefs to discuss the rising killing in Plateau, Benue, and other parts of the country on his return to Abuja from his 2-week working visit to Paris, the French capital. Tinubu returned to Abuja on Monday night after spending 18 days on a working visit and retreat to Paris and London. The Air Force 001 aircraft conveying the president landed in the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, at 9:50 p.m. on Monday, the State House Media Office announced. Since April 2nd, when he traveled, more than 120 locals have been killed by armed assailants. Several homes have been burnt and 3,000 persons displaced despite the deployment of security forces. In Benue, at least 56 persons were killed in Logo and Gabar after twin assaults blamed on armed herders. Multiple sources said the president was concerned by the security situation and would immediately meet the service chiefs and the National Security Advisor, Nuhu Ribadu, over the development. On Monday, a top functionary privy to the development confirmed to the Punch that security meeting would review rising violence and measure to contain it. This came as the president blamed state governors for mounting cases of killing nationwide, especially the recent incidents in Plateau, Benue, and Enugu states. He cited the governor's poor funding of security outfits in their states despite receiving humongous security votes. Commenting on the clamor for state police, Boala argued the demand marks weak local governments in the states. He maintained that bloodshed could be curbed within the law and resources they, governors, already control if the state executive quit tokenism and fund the federal agency in their domain. And down to business news for this morning. Minister refused Enugu Airport concession claims. The Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, has denied the media reports claiming that a lengthy concession period have been agreed upon for Enugu International Airport. While the minister acknowledged that the government was considering concession and had received proposals from various interested companies, he stated that no conclusion has been reached. In a statement signed by the Special Advisor on Media and Communication to the Minister, Tunde Moshood, Keyamo described the media report as utterly baseless and untrue. Recall that Enugu Airport came under media scrutiny barely 48 hours ago after Air Peace Airline suspended its flight operation to the airport due to infrastructural defects. The suspension of flight services prompted the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria to immediately shut the airport, stating that it will embark on emergency runway rehabilitation. Moshood noted that many of the airports in the country are operating at a loss and have to be subsidized monthly by the government, reinforcing the need for concession. And lastly, for this morning news, which is foreign news, Macron to attend Pope's funeral. The French President Emmanuel Macron on Tuesday said he would attend the funeral of Pope Francis, who died on Monday at 88. We will attend the Pope's funeral as we should, he told the reporters. The Vatican has not yet announced a date for the funeral. The Vatican confirmed that the pontiffs passed away on Easter Monday at his residence in the Casa Santa Marta within Vatican City. And that will be all for Ayogen Morning News this morning. My name remains Deborah and Jorin. I wish you a lovely day ahead. I wish you a new week, a happy one. Thank you so much for always listening and watching.
Hello, welcome to Ayogen Media House. We offer exciting services like event coverage, event live streaming, studio live streaming session, music studio recording, TV session, news broadcasting, podcast session, and many other exciting services. Here at Ayogen, we innovate, we inform, and we inspire.